Okay, so do you know anything about Gravity yet?
I know that it's a Team Siren game.
It is. It's Japan Studios.
Yeah.
So same team that did Siren, almost same team, same director.
Okay.
Brand new IP out of Sony Japan Studio. It's called Gravity because the main mechanic is going to allow the main character to manipulate gravity to traverse on areas like walls and ceilings that we can't get to normally.
Okay.
So you can see it's kind of got like a cel-shaded anime manga look to it, clearly influenced by our Japan team. So it's asking about your camera choices right now. So if you like the way it is, just hit yes. And now left and right on the right stick.
Oh, okay.
So if that's good, just hit yes. And we're going to start off by heading towards this fountain. Our main character here, nicknamed Cat, wakes up in this city called Hexaville without any memories. So she doesn't know why she's there, who she is. But she knows that something strange is going on with this little cat, which is why you're trying to find it right now. And as you can see by looking at it, it's got a little something going on. It doesn't look very normal. You can see it's a very expressive cat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of dialogue.
But when she's near this cat, don't look at its eyes. You'll see that things start to shift. Falling and falling, and now you are standing on the side of a building.
Okay.
Gravity has shifted. So the main mechanic works like this. Hit the R trigger, you'll start floating. You see this kind of gray reticle right here? That's where you're aimed at right now. It's kind of auto-aim for you. So hit R again, you'll fly in that direction. When you hit a new surface, that becomes your ground state. So you can walk on there now. Okay? Then hit L, and we'll bring you back down to Earth. And that's kind of how you reset yourself.
All right.
So from here, I'll show you how it takes advantage of the Vita.
Okay.
Okay. So just kind of like you did before, you can go ahead and hit close. If you hit R, you can either use the gyro sensor or you can use the right stick. Okay, to aim where you're going. Aim at that point, kind of keep it steady, and then hit the right trigger and fall towards it. And there you go.
Okay.
Now, if you head up this building, hit a few waypoints. Hope you're not afraid of heights.
It doesn't bother me.
Now what it's going to ask you to do is hit the L trigger to free fall.
Okay.
And then hit R to stop yourself from mid-fall. There you go. So if you're ever flying in a direction you don't want to go in, you can just hit R to suspend yourself and then redirect yourself. So here's another character, kind of mysteriously flying across the sky. Seems kind of like you. So you're going to go try and find out what she knows. Maybe she knows something about you. So just like you did before, head up onto that building. Very well done. Head up the building. Head towards that screen over there. If you see, you're kind of like slowly turning upside down a little bit. And then one last way to go. I'm going to go over there onto that ledge. If you look closely, you can see our other characters standing on that ledge, so you're making an entrance. So she's got like a crow, you've got a cat, so it's probably not going to work out too well in terms of first contact. And then it turns out that our main character, Cat, is a little bit of a butt kicker too. So we'll get into the combat in a second. First, some comic book style cutscenes. So flick across the screen, and you'll go from panel to panel. And then if you actually move the Vita itself, the gyro sensor will let you get kind of a different angle on the view, or on the comic. Kind of like a 2.5D presentation. Okay, so now onto the combat. For the purposes of the demo, the combat's a little limited. We've got two basic attacks. You can run around on the ground and just hit the square button 3 times to do a little kick combo.
Okay.
Or, so I'll let you do that first if you want to try it out. All done? You can float in the air, aim towards the enemy, and then hit square to do a gravity kick. A little close, so...
Let's try that again.
Still, you might want to get a little bit farther away.
All right, let's do that.
Nice. So now you'll see a couple more enemies are going to be up on the wall. See, it kind of like auto hones in a little bit for you. A little bit of course correction there. Well done. And now if you hit L to go back down to the ground, there's going to be a couple more enemies awaiting you over here. Once you hit that little waypoint that it's pointing you towards. So here we've got an enemy with a little bit of armor on. If you do your gravity kick and point at his armor, you can probably take it out. There you go. Now you can see his weak spots. Looks like you've definitely got a good handle on it. One more guy.
Excellent.
And that's the demo.
Cool.
So that is Gravity. As you progress through the game, Kat's going to learn a little bit more about herself. Her abilities are going to increase. So a little bit more to do with combat, a little bit more to do with more gravity mechanics.
Okay,
And
and you say that there's a little more to the combat than just floating
Yes,
and kicking.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
And does this have a release date or?
It's a launch title.
It's a launch title.
Yep.
Okay.
So when the system comes out, it will be available.
Okay. Great.